Yo, 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 yo. Let's see if this one works. How many times you gonna keep restarting the stream? Nah, I know. It's for some reason it's like I said, it's cutting in and out. But I think it's just because I have too many different things connected to the internet. I have TVs, a few computers, phones, and stuff. Call that internet provider. And but it probably too. I probably trying to what do they call it? When you use too much internet, they start slowing it up. Yeah, this is gonna suck, and it's kind of late too, so I don't know why it's doing that. Usually it lasts pretty long when it. But yeah, I mean, I ain't got nothing to do, so I'm gonna just keep trying it. I want to see if it is the internet, try to fix it or something. What's your pack speed limit? Shit, I'm not even sure, bro. I don't even know about none of that. Chris, yo, what up? You made it to the 100th stream. This is gold, so what should I look at next? What was I looking? Oh yeah, Solana. That's what I was looking at. Oh fuck, I gotta go back. That's what I wanted to look at. Solana. I like Solana. Just like how I've been moving lately. Yo. This thing. So I wanted to look at. Then ADA is right here too. ADA is looking nice. Gold. Yeah, I just need to work on gold though. I've been, like I said, I look at too many different things. I get confused a little bit. I forget what I'm looking at. Actually, let me pull up silver. If I'm looking at gold, I need to have silver pulled up. Silver right here. Yeah, this was that SMT we were kind of looking for. Let's see. This is on the 4 hour. I have so much stuff on my computer. Let's see. This is 31st of July. Damn, way over here. Way over here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Everything's nice. Oh, look at this. Look at what I see right here. This to this. And then let's see if this is this. Oh, damn. Yeah, right here. Okay. Thursday the 21st. Thursday the 21st. Perfect. So what happens is you see how this one is a lower high, and then this one over here is a lower low. That is the crack in correlation, like as in if you were in sales, like a normal person would obviously try to assume, just like off of pure price action, is that of course it should go to the previous low. This would be an area where it would go. So if you're in a sell or something, you would, you would take your TP there. But when you kind of understand the SMTs about these together, then you see how this one did break the low. So it goes back to, if both of these assets are supposed to be correlated together, pretty much the same, then why did one break the low but the other one didn't? But the thing is this one not breaking the low the same time as this one did break the low is kind of the signal that this one won't need to break the low, because it's going to go up. And then that's kind of where you get the crack in correlation, in the sense of that right there is your kind of your signal. Understanding that, and like I said, you can trade using that to your favor. So like I was saying about, if you're in a sell right here, why would you get out? You would get out because this one already broke the low. So if this one broke the low right here, with this candle right here, at the same time as this one not breaking the low, that's, like I said, it won't need to break the low. So that's kind of why I'm saying is this is the lower high and then this is the lower low. That's what you would want to look back to and try to figure out how to identify that. Yeah. That's what we up to. But that's why like I say, that's why I'm gonna be on the computer 4 hours, 5 hours, just because I'm trying to get this all figured out. Like I said, I need to write this stuff down, do a few things, get a whole model. Like I said, finish my whole model. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of work. That's why I say, is like, if you're not putting in a lot of work, you're not gonna be able to have a finished model. And like I said, I want my model to be perfection. It kind of, like I said, I already know what I need to do, but it's different when you have to like write it down step by step. Like the whole model I gave out before, that's part of it, but there's still, the same way that has 6 steps, 7 steps, whatever, there's another thing that has 5 steps that is a correlation with that. So you need one for the other, kind of vice versa. You need both of them to work together. And just adding different confluences helps with filtering out good ones and bad ones. And then certain things has certain steps, and then like I said, the whole cycle itself has its own steps. So that's part of it too. But yeah, man, we cooking though. We cooking. Ain't that. I'm gonna be one of the most precise, man, talking about it. But that's how you get precise though. You gotta understand what you're trading, and then you can see this right here. Boom. Where do you want that? Right here. Boom. Shh, be quiet. Don't even say nothing. They don't understand. But yeah, you guys still there? I don't even know if it's still on. I gotta double check, but yes. All right, for sure. me listening for sure, bro. Like I say, it's a progression of stuff. It's not just one thing. So that's why I kind of say the main thing is you just have to soak up, try to understand what I'm trying to say, and just try to like understand it pretty much, and then eventually you'll add your own twist to it, your own ideas and things like that. But I don't even know if I'm right. Like I said, you don't gotta believe me. Just hear me out and make up your own mind after that. And the main thing too is just I'm trying to teach you how to think about it. That's the main thing. Is like it's not even about like like I said, you gotta trade like me or nothing. You just gotta try to think about things differently. How you can create your own model by the way I create my model doesn't mean it got to be the same model. It just like I say, whatever you learn from me, you just go use it. But yeah, this is what we're cooking right now. I'm gonna put gold. I don't really want to look at silver right now. Yeah, so let's see right here. Let me see. Let me get rid of one of these. No, it's that one. That's good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, this is kind of what I was looking at right here. This is what I was marking out. Oh damn. Hey, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Yo, all right, I'm back. Hopefully it's still on. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're rocking. We're rocking and rolling. All right, let's see. All right. So, what I have? been on for 15 minutes. Let's see if we could keep this streak going. I'm here just trying to figure out when to hold till 50% only and when to hold a full CRT. Well, one good way to find out is to try both of them, or to keep doing it, and then when you have one that does go to 50% and reverses, study it, and then when you have one that goes to 100%, study it, and then compare the two, and then figure out why one is different than the other. So there is really no answer besides you gotta, I mean, I kind of know why, but that's something you gotta try to figure out. I mean, I think I know why, but I don't know. Like, this is one right here. Like I said, I just marked this out just because this was probably the one you were talking about, but we're like so bullish, and that's kind of why it's kind of holding back. Yeah, no, I was just looking at it right here in a smaller time frame. But the thing is that this right here is not even the first fair value gap. I'm using something else. This is some like type of order block that I've found that I have this way of that I've kind of been working on, and that's what found that level. So, like I said, it came from here, comes down 60 pips, reverses, back 50 pips, goes back down 40 pips, reverses 30 pips. So it's just, and one thing also most confused that the third candle has already touched 50%. Well, that's a good question. That's something, like, those are all different situations that are all part of it. Like, you have to understand why they work and then why they don't work. That way you could avoid them. What you're kind of asking, I guess, is like, how do you know which ones are those? Like, you want an answer for that. It's more or less, I mean, that's where I say it goes back to, you gotta do it in the moment. Like you gotta find the CRT, the one that you think it's the CRT. Obviously you don't have to take the trade, but this is like a fake trade, mock trade, whatever they call it, demo trade. You just, like I say, the idea is, oh, this is a CRT, let's see what happens. It goes to the 50%, you figure out why, then you have to wait till you have that same example like you just said. But the only reason why you have that example is because it happened to you, or you've seen it happen before. So that's when you go back to when it happened and you study why it happened, because that is your answer right there. Like the question you're asking me, the answer is right there on the chart, on the exact one that happened to you, that gave you the idea for that question. So if you don't remember where it's at, then that's a loss. Now you're gonna have to wait till it happens again so you could study it. You get what I'm trying to say? So like I say, I'm just looking at this one. When I had this one earlier, I seen this one and I was just marking it up, just trying to find out, figure it out, see what's happening. Because the real move was down here, like we've been talking about for the last pretty much all week, how we were talking about this Asia high and this is the Asia low. That's pretty much what we were targeting, at least. So once this happened, now the next target is back up here still. So if this is the target up here, at least here, if not here,
then we have to try to figure out a way that it's going to go up there. So it's, I mean, most likely it's not going to go just straight up there. The answer is in front of you and you can't find it yet. Well, the thing is you probably haven't even tried to look. You just look at it one time and you don't understand it, so you're like, oh, on to the next. Let me ask somebody for the answer. But what I'm saying is you have to maybe screenshot it and then look over it for a week. But what I'm saying is, like let's say this for example. Let's even put it on replay so that way I could make it more interesting. We obviously know it went up, right? Boom. Let's put it right here at this time. In this moment, we don't know whether it's going up or down because obviously this is in the moment. Like obviously it's going, and like I said, it goes straight down just to make you think it's going down. So a lot of people probably took sells. But let's just say you decided to take a sell right here. Boom, yeah, man. Ooh, it's a sell at that moment. I'm gonna take a sell. You put your stop right here. You put your TP a million pips down. You're like, okay, let's take this sell. And then you realize, look, boom, after it plays out, you're like, damn. And your stop was way up here. And you're like, damn, that wasn't the trade I thought it was. I thought that was a sell. Your answer is literally right here because this told you it wasn't a sell. Because obviously your trade was wrong. So whatever you thought that made you think a sell, I'm not saying you took a sell. I'm just using this as an example. This is how you have to think about it. This is how I'm saying, like, the answer is in front of you. This is how you have to think about it. Since you already know the answer was up, now you have to figure out what gave you the answer to go up. So it's like what you're asking me is like, hey Nick, how do I know it's gonna go up? It's right here. You got to figure out why it's right here, like, and what repeats. And that's where I'm kind of says, like, it's not just reading pure price action. It's following a plan. How does it go into a reversal? But it's the thing is, there's a lot for you to still learn, bro. Like that's the problem too. Is just you need to still learn a lot, because it's more than just, like I said, it's a progression of things. It's not just pure price action, like where you're just gonna be able to tell the next few candles. Like you won't be able to catch this whole, like you won't be able to understand this move is gonna go all the way up here unless you could understand that this is the move that takes you up there. So it goes back to, you need to understand this and then understand all of this to be able to catch all that. And it's fine if you, because like I said, reading pure price action, you'll be able to tell it's bullish here. You'll be able to tell it's bearish here. You'll be able to tell it's bearish here. You'll be able to tell it's bullish here. So it's like reading pure price action will still be able to read it. But the thing is when you read pure price action, you're only catching in this like current, like, unless you're trading a bigger time frame. But that's just what I'm saying is, like, you gotta know more. For the bigger the move you want, the more you gotta know. If you like I said, you don't need 100 pip, 500 pip move. But if you want a 500 pip move, that means you gotta learn more. That means you gotta learn a lot in order to catch a 500 pip move. You got to understand what a market does in order to move 500 pips. So it's like I said, it's not that you can't, but you just got to learn more how to do it. But yeah. But like I said, this is why I'm on a chart. Like, in the sense is why you should be on the chart. If you're asking me questions, you need to be on the chart trying to figure it out. Because it ain't gonna even if I give you the answer, it doesn't It doesn't help any because you still gotta go and learn it and put it into play. But yeah, this is why I'm looking at time right now. So this is what I'm saying, because I'm looking over time. I'm looking at all these candles, what time these things are happening at, seeing what time that happens, what time this is, what time this is. Going over, seeing what time these all happen, and then understanding the news that happen. I'm just, like I said, I'm just looking over things. That's it. Like I said, that's how you have to do it. You got to keep looking until you can understand it. But it goes to, like I kind of say about this, high drawings. I had this whole like Asia session though. This Asia session, where's it at? Oh yeah, right here. This Asia low right here to this Asia high. So you can see where we marked this stuff out at. From this Asia low to this Asia high, that's where we found our range. And why did I choose that area? Is because if you can see, this is the range at this point. The next session, London closed inside, New York closed inside, and then even the previous Asia session, the next one closed inside, and then another London session closed inside, and then I believe this was the New York session that finally closed below, and then the Asia session, and then the London session. So thing is I caught this buy from down here, but I ended up closing. That was actually the real move though. I kind of surprised myself with that one. But once I found that and then believed that that was the real one, then everything else from here was just understanding it's just how is it going to go up. Yup, are you with me? Let me know if you're still with me. I think it's been running a little smooth. Seems fine. Oh yeah, we rocking. So let's see, yee. For sure. I'm here, cool. But yeah, that's what I'm saying is like, yeah, and that's why I kind of say too, you gotta, whatever you're trying to trade, like whatever you're doing, whatever model you're trading, you gotta start like I say, figuring out why it works, why it doesn't. CRT, okay, let's go through all the CRT. Look for CRT. Look for Model 1s. All of that. Like this is a CRT right here.